1940 Top 1 How Green Was My Valley by Richard Llewellyn.
1940 Top 2 Kitty Foyle by Christopher Morley.
1940 Top 3 Mrs. Miniver by Jan Struther.
1940 Top 4 For Whom the Bell Tolls by Ernest Hemingway.
1940 Top 5 The Nazarene by Sholem Asch.
1940 Top 6 Stars on the Sea by F. Van Wyck Mason.
1940 Top 7 Oliver Wiswell by Kenneth Roberts.
1940 Top 8 The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck.
1940 Top 9 Night in Bombay by Louis Bromfield.
1940 Top 10 The Family by Nina Fedorova.
1941 Top 1 The Keys of the Kingdom by A.J. Cronin.
1941 Top 2 Random Harvest by James Hilton.
1941 Top 3 This Above All by Eric Knight.
1941 Top For the Sun Is My Undoing by Marguerite Steen.
1941 Top 5 For Whom the Bell Tolls by Ernest Hemingway.
1941 Top 6 Oliver Wiswell by Kenneth Roberts.
1941 Top 7 H. M. Pulham, Esquire by John P. Marquand.
1941 Top 8 Mr. and Mrs. Cugat by Isabel Scott Rorick.
1941 Top 9 Saratoga Trunk by Edna Ferber.
1941 Top 10 Windswept by Mary Ellen Chase.
1942 Top 1 The Song of Bernadette by Franz Werfel.
1942 Top 2 The Moon is Down by John Steinbeck.
1942 Top 3 Dragon Seed by Pearl S. Buck.
1942 Top 4 And Now Tomorrow by Rachel Field.
1942 Top 5 Drive-In Woman by Elizabeth Pickett.
1942 Top 6 Windswept by Mary Ellen Chase.
1942 Top 7 The Robe by Lloyd C. Douglas.
1942 Top 8 The Sun Is My Undoing by Marguerite Steen.
1942 Top 9 King's Row by Henry Bellaman.
1942 Top 10 The Keys of the Kingdom by A.J. Cronin.
1943 Top 1 The Robe by Lloyd C. Douglas.
1943 Top 2 The Valley of Decision by Marcia Davenport.
1943 Top 3 So Little Time by John P. Marquand.
1943 Top 4 A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith.
1943 Top 5 The Human Comedy by William Saroyan.
1943 Top 6 Mrs. Parkington by Louis Bromfield.
1943 Top 7 The Apostle by Sholem Asch.
1943 Top 8 Hungry Hill by Daphne du Maurier.
1943 Top 9 The Forest and the Fort by Hervey Allen.
1943 Top 10 The Song of Bernadette by Franz Werfel.
1944 Top 1 Strange Fruit by Lillian Smith.
1944 Top 2 The Robe by Lloyd C. Douglas.
1944 Top 3 A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith.
1944 Top 4 Forever Amber by Kathleen Windsor.
1944 Top 5 The Razor's Edge by W. Somerset Maugham.
1944 Top 6 The Green Years by A.J. Cronin.
1944 Top 7 Leave Her to Heaven by Ben Ames Williams.
1944 Top 8 Green Dolphin Street by Elizabeth Gouge.
1944 Top 9 A Bell for Adano by John Hersey.
1944 Top 10 The Apostle by Sholem Asch.
1945 Top 1 Forever Amber by Kathleen Windsor.
1945 Top 2 The Robe by Lloyd C. Douglas.
1945 Top 3 The Black Rose by Thomas B. Costain.
1945 Top For the White Tower by James Ramsey Ullman.
1945 Top 5 Cass Timberlane by Sinclair Lewis.
1945 Top 6 A Lion is in the Streets by Audrea Locke Langley.
1945 Top 7 So Well Remembered by James Hilton.
1945 Top 8 Captain from Castile by Samuel Shellabarger.
1945 Top 9 Earth and High Heaven by Gwethlyn Graham.
1945 Top 10 Immortal Wife by Irving Stone.
1946 Top 1 The King's General by Daphne du Maurier.
1946 Top 2 This Side of Innocence by Taylor Caldwell.
1946 Top 3 The River Road by Francis Parkinson Keys.
1946 Top for The Miracle of the Bells by Russell Janney.
1946 Top 5 The Hucksters by Frederick Wakeman Sr.
1946 Top 6 The Foxes of Harrow by Frank Yerby.
1946 Top 7 Arch of Triumph by Eric Maria Remarque.
1946 Top 8 The Black Rose by Thomas B. Costain.
1946 Top 9 BF's Daughter by John P. Marquand.
1946 Top 10 The Snake Pit by Mary Jane Ward.
1947 Top 1 The Miracle of the Bells by Russell Janney.
1947 Top 2 The Moneyman by Thomas B. Costain.
1947 Top 3 Gentleman's Agreement by Laura Z. Hobson.
1947 Top 4 Lydia Bailey by Kenneth Roberts.
1947 Top 5 The Vixens by Frank Yerby.
1947 Top 6 The Wayward Bus by John Steinbeck.
1947 Top 7 House Divided by Ben Ames Williams.
1947 Top 8 King's Blood Royal by Sinclair Lewis.
1947 Top 9 East Side, West Side by Marcia Davenport.
1947 Top 10 Prince of Foxes by Samuel Shellabarger.
1948 Top 1 The Big Fisherman by Lloyd C. Douglas.
1948 Top 2 The Naked and the Dead by Norman Mailer.
1948 Top 3 Dinner at Antoine's by Francis Parkinson Keys.
1948 Top for the Bishop's Mantle by Agnes Sly Turnbull.
1948 Top 5 Tomorrow Will Be Better by Betty Smith.
1948 Top 6 The Golden Hawk by Frank Yerby.
1948 Top 7 Raintree County by Ross Lockridge Jr.
1948 Top 8 Shannon's Way by A.J. Cronin.
1948 Top 9 Pilgrim's Inn by Elizabeth Gouge.
1948 Top 10 The Young Lions by Irwin Shaw.
1949 Top 1 The Egyptian by Nico Waltari.
1949 Top 2 The Big Fisherman by Lloyd C. Douglas.
1949 Top 3 Mary by Sholem Ash.
1949 Top 4 A Rage to Live by John O'Hara.
1949 Top 5 Point of No Return by John P. Marquand.
1949 Top 6 Dinner at Antoine's by Francis Parkinson Keys.
1949 Top 7 High Towers by Thomas B. Costain.
1949 Top 8 Cutlass Empire by F. Van Wyck Mason.
1949 Top 9 Pride's Castle by Frank Yerby.
1949 Top 10 Father of the Bride by Edward Streeter.